England! What the what was that? What did I just witness? Guys, Argentina have beaten England 2-1. England, I'm talking to England. I'm talking to the team. I'm talking to Thomas Tuchel right now. England, you are coming up against a team in Argentina, okay, who won in the round of 32 against Cape Verde with last-minute goals, who won in the round of 16 against Egypt, coming back and scoring 3 goals in the last 13 minutes, who won in the quarterfinals against Switzerland after scoring 2 goals in the last 10 minutes of extra time. And you're up 1-0 with 35 minutes to go. And what do? You decide to sit back. You decide to soak up the pressure. You decide to put on Dan Burn, take off attackers, put on defenders, thinking that you're gonna win this game. Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay? You know what this Argentina team are capable of, bro. Guys, I'm actually fuming. I'm not an England fan. I'm not an Argentina fan. But obviously, we did a live stream, and I predicted England to win. And I got my prediction wrong because of how they played in that last 35 minutes of the game. Guys, England were doing decent throughout this game. Honestly, guys, okay, we need to look at film up. Honestly, guys, I think the momentum chart tells you a lot of this game. You look at the first half, I will say Argentina were probably slightly better at holding possession, but in the attack, I always felt like England were more threatening. Now, to be fair, in that first half, honestly, nothing really happened, guys. England had that one header from John Stones, and Argentina pretty much only had that one Enzo Fernandez set piece shot, which just missed the net. But other than that, nothing really happened in the first half. The first half was dead. 0.05 XG to 0.03. Absolutely dead. Now, coming into the second half, I thought England actually started off the second half better. I thought they looked like the more threatening team in the attack. Obviously, Argentina, we know they can hold possession, but I thought England were the more threatening team. And then that goal from Anthony Gordon. What a goal this was, guys. What a goal this was. And I said it in my preview video. If England want to win this game, we need to see big performances by their wingers, by Anthony Gordon and Morgan Rogers. And what did we see? We saw Morgan Rogers get the assist to Anthony Gordon's goal. Because, guys, if you look at this Argentina team, probably the weakest points of their team so far in this World Cup have been their fullbacks. Players like Tagliafico and especially Nahuel Molina. And what happened for the goal? We saw the winger, Rogers, cross the ball to Anthony Gordon. Molina wasn't aware of his surroundings. Anthony Gordon got by him, just behind him, got in front of him, and he taps the ball in the back of the net. A beautiful, beautiful goal. England are up 1-0. Now, at this point, there's still 35 minutes left. We know that in the last 20 minutes, 10 minutes of a game of extra time, whatever it is, this is where Argentina thrive. This is where they show their mentality. This is where they retain possession. This is where they will kill you. And guys, Thomas Tuchel decides to go defensive. He decides to take off Anthony Gordon and he decides to put on Ezri Konsa. Then, not too long after, he decides to put on Dan Burn. He decides to put on O'Reilly. Takes off Declan Rice. Takes off Reece James. Bro, what? Like, guys, I can't comprehend. Did Thomas Tuchel really think that England were going to defend this Argentinian team for 35 minutes and not concede a goal against an Argentina team who in the last 3 games have scored 5 goals within the last 10 minutes of play? No, 6 goals within the last 10 minutes of play. I have no words for how this Argentinian team plays in the last 10 minutes, but I have no words for how poor England were in the last 30 minutes, guys. And honestly, the end of the game, the result was 2-1. Argentina could have scored 4 goals in that second half. They could have scored 4 goals in the last 20 minutes. Guys, we saw McAllister header, beautiful header, but a great, fantastic save by Pickford. Then we saw another McAllister header. He hits the left post. Then we saw a shot from outside the box, also from McAllister. Actually, I think it was, I forget where the shot was. It was like one of these ones or something. I forget. He hit the post again. We saw Julian Alvarez shot. We saw so many shots. We saw like Argentina have like, look, Gonzalez corner headers saved. Guys, Argentina could have scored at least 3 goals, maybe even 4 goals in that second half. They could have won this game 4-1. That's how shit England were in the last 35 minutes. Guys, look at the momentum. Look at this. from minute 58, a few minutes after England scored the goal, Argentina had all the momentum. England didn't even have more than 3 minutes on the ball. They barely even had a touch of the ball. Guys, England in that second half were just absolutely horrible. Look at that. 28% possession in the second half. 28%. They had 95 passes, and a majority of those came within the first 10 minutes of the second half. To Argentina's over 300. To Argentina's 72% possession. Oh my God, guys, honestly, I can't believe this. England had 3 touches in the opposition box in the second half, and they pretty much all came from the first 5 minutes, the first 10 minutes. Argentina had 24. Guys, we talked about how England sold this game, but we need to talk a little bit about Argentina, because I don't know what kind of juju, voodoo, crazy spell shit they're doing, but the way that they're playing, the way that they're winning these games, guys, this is the winning mentality. This is how you win World Cups. This is how they won the last World Cup, and this is how they are probably going to win this World Cup. I'm just being completely honest. This game wasn't even rigged. The decisions were right. In Argentina's goal, everyone thought that Messi was offside, or I don't know, whatever it was. Messi wasn't offside. This is how England win. This is how England win. I don't know what the hell happens to them in the last 20 minutes of every single game, but it's like a switch turns on in their game. You look at Argentina in the group stages, guys. In the group stages, I felt like they were much more consistent throughout the whole game. Against Algeria, against Austria, against Jordan, they were good throughout the whole game. But in these knockout stages, it's really been the later stages of the game where they turn up. Against Cape Verde, they scored 2 goals in extra time. Against Egypt, they scored 3 goals in the last 13 minutes of the game after being down 2-0. Against Switzerland, even against Switzerland, guys, Switzerland had so many better parts of this game. They were better in terms of possession for a large part of the game. They had many chances. They could have got a second goal. And once again, you look at the last 10 minutes, Alvarez, stunner goal, and Lautaro Martinez. And once again, we see Enzo Fernandez with that last minute shot in the 85th minute. It was a good shot. It was a very good shot, but honestly, I feel like Pickford low-key could do better. I think the positioning of the shot is good, but it's not the best. I think Pickford was a little bit too far to one side of the net. I think if he was a little bit more centrally, he probably would have saved this. But then, guys, Lautaro Martinez scores the winner, guys. Lautaro Martinez scores the winner. And honestly, I thought Stones was pretty good in this game, but it's his fault on that last goal. I think it's his fault. Could you say that Pickford could have come out and claimed it? Possibly. It was a very good cross by Messi. By the way, Messi was his crosses in this game were phenomenal. Every single time he put the ball into the box, he looked like someone was going to get to the end to it. Whether it's McAllister, Enzo Fernandez, Lautaro Martinez, it always looked like someone was going to score off Messi's crosses. And that's exactly what happened. Now, I will say Stones kind of loses Lautaro Martinez. Lautaro Martinez is behind him. Stones kind of backs off him a little bit. And Lautaro Martinez moves back a little bit, creates the space. It's a wide open header. Wide open header. Yes, the cross is phenomenal by Messi, but it's a wide open header in the 92nd minute. Guys, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. I don't know if other teams just capitulate in the last 10 minutes against Argentina. I don't know if Scaloni just does some crazy shit to make these players be like incredible in the last 20 minutes. I don't know what it is. But at this point, we're going to see Spain be up 1-0 in the first half in the final. And we're going to see Argentina score 2 last-minute winners. I'm calling it right now, bro. I'm calling it right now. Guys, I have no words. I have no words. England, once again, fumble. They fumbled in the 2020 Euros. They fumbled in the 2024 Euros. They fumbled in this World Cup. England are the national bottlers. I'm gonna be completely honest. England are literally like Arsenal, and not this season, but for the 3 seasons before, are literally like England. I don't know how they fumbled this game. I'm not sure what Thomas Tuchel was thinking. I don't know if he saw how Argentina performed in recent games at the end of the game. I don't know what he was thinking. But to go all out defensive for the last 35 minutes against a team in Argentina who have scored in the last 3 games straight in the last 10 minutes of the game. I don't know, guys. I don't know. But those are my opinions, guys. Let me know in the comments down below what you thought of this game. Was it rigged? Are Argentina going to win the World Cup? Are England bottlers? Let me know what you guys thought of this game. As always, if you enjoyed this reaction video, remember to leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, guys. And as always, I'll see you in the next video.